So while Nancy is coming on, I'll give you a brief intro. I've met Nancy only on one occasion, but knowing about her that she has been an entrepreneur for 25 years, she had her own clothing line, and I am just in pure respect because this is a very, very big achievement by itself. And I'm very, very happy to have you here today, Nancy, and I'm very positive that people will take a lot out of your story, and take it away from here and let us know how this journey as an entrepreneur to where you are now looked like.
Thank you for allowing me to show up today as the authentic me. I want to tell you a story about failure and how it helped me realize that I needed to make a significant change in my life. It's interesting because people are so afraid of failure. There is a lot of fear out there, and I have learned to look at failure as an opportunity for growth. It's just information. We're learning what doesn't work. And when we can kind of sit with that and think about what's not working, it allows us to move forward. So I have learned that, and I want to share something with you. So I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. I've had several businesses over that time. I had most recently, before becoming a certified coach, I had a clothing line, and it was geared towards moms and kids and babies, and it was super fun and super happy, and I wholesaled it to stores. I started it from just a hobby, and I was trying to get it to scale it. I had recently gone through a divorce. I was a single mom of 2 kids, and I thought, okay, this is my opportunity to turn my hobby into my big business. And I tried to scale it. I got it to where it could pay the bills and be, okay. But I was working my butt off like every entrepreneur does, and trying to raise my kids. And I wanted to figure out how I could scale it so I didn't have to work so much and could enjoy life a little bit more. I was struggling to do this, and I couldn't really figure out why. So I was actually at a wholesale trade show in Florida, and there was a sales webinar, how to increase your sales. And so I went to that, and afterwards the speaker made themselves available. They said, if anyone has any questions, wants to talk to me, I'm here. So I went up and I spoke to him, and I told him a little bit about myself and how I was struggling to scale and increase the sales. And he said to me, what do you really want? And I thought about that, and I said, I want to help people. I don't think I want to sell clothes. He talked to me a little bit more, and he told me to change how I thought about it. He said, look at your clothes. They're beautiful. They're so fun. You're making people happy. You are helping people when you sell your clothes. So he said, I want you to think differently about what's happening here. So I left that sales show, and I thought about it. I said, okay, I'm going to convince myself this is good. I'm doing good things. I'm making people happy and I'm helping people. About eight months later, I was still struggling with the same problem. I was plateaued, could not get it past a certain level. I had a business coach cross my path, and I said, can we talk? So he sat down with me. His name was Eric. He was great. I laid it all out for him, where I had been, what I had been doing. I was showing up in all the right places, but things weren't just weren't happening. So he looked at it all with me, and he said to me something that was life-changing for me. He said, given the numbers here, given, I see potential for the business, I would say it's possible to scale it and to get it to where you want it to be. But if your heart's not in it, you won't be successful. Eric said to me, I want you to take some time and think about what you really want to do. Do you want to sell clothes, or do you want to do something else? And so I left from that meeting, and I thought about it. And I knew that in order to get the business to grow, I would have to turn myself into a really great salesperson. I'd have to really focus on that. And I know that for me, I'm kind of a I'm a quieter type of person. It's really not in my personality. I knew I could develop the skills. I can learn, I can grow. I knew a lot of the sales strategies already. But what I realized was I'm not a great salesperson because I don't believe in the vision here. I had to get really honest with myself. I didn't believe that me selling these clothes was helping people, even though I wanted to, and I tried to convince myself of that. So what I realized was that I needed to pivot. So over the past 3 years, that's what I've been doing. I've been pivoting. Now I am a life coach and I get to help people every day. And I have to tell you, it is way more fulfilling than any sales number I have ever seen. So it is a true dream job. But what I want to share with you is if you are failing, there's so many reasons why things fail, right? But the one thing I would like you to invite you to consider is take a really deep dive, and ask, what is happening for me? Is my heart really in this? Is this in alignment with who I am? Do I truly believe in this? And do I really want this? Am I just going through the motions, but I don't really care, or I don't really feel passionate about the outcome? So when I asked myself those questions, I realized I was in the wrong business. And so I've learned to fail forward. We learn from these failures. It doesn't mean I wasn't trying. It's not for lack of trying. It's not for showing up and doing the things and going through the motions. It's because it wasn't in alignment with what I actually really felt my purpose was. And that was a really big realization for me. And sometimes it's hard to admit that to yourself, that this isn't really what I want. I've put 10 years into this business. You're telling me I need to start over? Like, it's terrifying, but we do it, and we can do it. I want to share with you a quote that's guided me for the past several years that came across my path. It's by Rumi. And it says, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." That is one I have relied on, and I have it hanging right over where I work, and I look at it almost daily when I start to question, am I really doing this right? Am I sure? It is. We have to listen because you have the answers inside of you. And sometimes we get so caught up in doing all the things, we don't take that pause to sit and listen to yourself and what your soul is telling you. So I just want to wrap up and say, sometimes failure is just the universe telling you it's time to pivot. So thank you so much. That's my story. I hope that you got something out of that and that it helps you to learn and grow yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. And yes, I'm fully with you. It's terrifying to start over after you've invested a couple of years. And still we are able to do it. And we afterwards ask ourselves, why didn't we do it earlier? It feels so much better here on this other side. But that's what we need to experience, right?